Hello and good morning. Today we will start our revision for Unit 6 with the first lesson about the WH questions. So Unit 6, the title of Unit 6, as you can see here, it's in the past. In the past. So in the past means events that happens long time ago, maybe yesterday, maybe last week, last year, 10 years ago. For example, let's say today I am happy. So we write it here. I am happy. If we are talking about yesterday, I will say, yesterday, I was happy. So what has been changed between the past and the present? The verb am and was. So in the present, it's am. I am happy means right now. It's happening, or it's something that we usually do. Like I pray 5 times a day. It's a routine. I pray 5 times a day. I play football on Saturday or maybe on Friday. So it's something you usually do in the present. So we use the present form of the verb. However, if something happened yesterday or before that, we call that past. Past. In Arabic, we say ماضي, فعل ماضي. So yesterday I was happy. Was. Now was is the past tense of am. Let's have more examples. For example, let's say I play football on Fridays. I play football on Fridays. Now this is the present. The past would be I used to play football. I used to play football. So here we use the past tense of the verb use. I used to play football. Or maybe you can say, yesterday or last Friday, I played football with Omar or Ali, let's say. So in this case, we have a key for the past tense, which is yesterday or last week. Let's make it last week. Last week or last Friday, I played football with Ali. So played is the past tense of play. Play is the present. Play is the past. Now, we keep this for a while now, and we focus on the first lesson of this unit, which is about the WH questions. WH questions. Why do we call it WH questions? Because all of them starts with WH. As you can see over here, we have the first question, who? The second question, what? The third question, when? Number 4, where? 5, how? The last one, why? Okay, who? We use it to ask about what? Look at the picture. As you can see in the picture, who we use it to ask about people, persons. Like here we have a man, a grandma, and a little boy. So in this case, we are asking about people. Who, we use it to ask about people or person, a person, okay? What about what? We have different things. We have scissors, crayon, pencil, pen, rubber, sharpener, cat, glue, and a donkey. So what's the point of that? What do we use what for? What, we use it to ask about things or information. Information means معلومات. So I can ask about things like, what is this? What is this? It's a scissor. Sorry, there are scissors because we refer to scissors as a pair. So there are scissors, or what are these? This is the question that we will be using. And if I'm asking about a pencil, I would say, what is this? It will be, the answer would be, it is a pencil. Or what is this? It is a pen. I can also use it to ask about information, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Or What is your name? What is your name? So when we ask about your name, we want the information, we want the knowledge to know what's your name. So this is the two usage for what. We use it to ask about things or information. The third one, when. As you can see here, we have a clock and the moon and day. So it means we use it to ask about events like days, dates, and time. For example, when is your next class? Or when is your math class? Or when is your English exam? So if I ask about the class, hey, here I'm asking about the time mainly. When is your next class? So you will tell me at 2 o'clock or at 10 o'clock. However, if I ask about events or day, it will be something like, when is Ramadan? When is Ramadan? So you will tell me it's 12th March. When is Ramadan? 12th of March. We can also use when to ask about other events like, when is the exam or when is the midterm exam? So let's say it's 28th March. Okay, so here we are asking about events, أحداث, and time. Number 4, where. We are asking about positions or places. For example, where do you live? Where do you live? I live in my house with my family. Where is your house? My house is in Tripoli, for example, or here in Malaysia, we say my house is in Kuala Lumpur, the main street or anything. You tell me what's the name of the street. So here, where, I'm asking about the location of your house. I can ask about the location of your school or what school are you at. So if I used what here, I want the information. I want the name of the school. What school do you go to? Or what school do you study at? So you'll tell me I study at خطوات المستقبل school. However, other way to use to ask about the school, it could be the location of the school. Where do you study? Where do you study? So right now you're in Libya, so you'd say I study in Malaysia. Or sorry, my school is in Malaysia. So this is about the question where. We also use it to ask about preposition. Prepositions means ظرف مكان, prepositions of place. So here I would say, where is the ball? Where is the ball? It's under the desk. It's under the desk. If you don't have your pencil in your hand, I may ask you, where is your pencil? Take your pencil out. So where is your pencil? You may say it's in my bag or it's in my pencil case. Number 5, how? How do you go to school? How do you go to school? I go to school by car. I go to school by car. Or how do you make a cake? How do you bake a cake or make a cake? You tell me the ingredients and the instructions on how to make a cake. How do you play football? Or how do you tie your shoe? Anything. How we use it to ask about a way to do something. Way to do something. How do you do that? We can also use how to ask about numbers. How many pencils do you have? How old are you? How many brothers do you have? And how many sisters do you have? So how we use it to ask about numbers and a way to do something. Why? Why? We use it to ask about a reason. I want a reason from you. Why are you doing this? Or why are you sad? Why are you happy? Why you didn't study for the exam? Why? We need information, معلومات again. However, your answer always starts with because. You give me the reason why this happened or why did you do that. So I would say because, well, for example, why are you happy? Because I won the game. Why are you happy? Because I won the game. Okay, now we continue. On the same page, they want you to match the WH question with a way to use it, or when do you need that question, or when can you use it. For example, they said, number 1, who, we use it to ask about people, person. So who is a person? Number 1, picture number 1, who is a person? Now, the second one here means because. What question means because? Look at them. Which question means because? It's why. Why? We said the answer of why is always because. I want a reason from you. Why did this happen? Because we did this, this, and that. So this would be number 6. And here you would write why. Over here, they said is a number is the way of doing something or the way to do something. Which question we use it to ask about numbers or way to do something? How? How? Picture number 5, and the question is how. And what WH question we use it to ask about time? When? Number 3, and place, where, number 4. And the last one is a thing or an animal, to ask about a thing or an animal. It would be number 2, what. What is this? What is that? It could be a thing or an animal. So this is the first page of the first lesson of Unit 6. The second page, they want you to match the questions. And by the way, we call them WH questions because they start with WH. Skip number 1 and number 5. Look at number 2, 3, 4, and 6. So here we have them. What, when, where, and why. What, when, where, and why. All of them starts with the WH. However, do we pronounce the WH fully? Do we say W-H, H, and now that we read it as wahat? No. WH together makes the W sound. So it's what, when, where, and why. So why did we refer to them as WH questions? Because all of these questions starts or contains the WH letters in them. In these 4 questions, they have it at the beginning, starts with the WH, what, where, when, and why. In number 1 and number 5, they still have WH, but in different order. In number 1, it started with the WH. However, we don't pronounce it woo as the others. Here we pronounce it who. The W is silent. So we say, who is this? Who is that? So it's a little different, even though it started with the WH, but we don't pronounce the W. And in number 5, the W skipped to the last position in the word. So we start with the H, O, and then the W. However, how do you pronounce this one? You pronounce it as how. How old are you? How many? How do you do? Okay. So that's why we call it WH questions, because each one of these tools or questions contains the WH. Moving to the next page of the Pupils book over here. How do you go to school? Why are you wearing a hat? Where is the library? When do you wake up? Who is the tall man? What are these? The other side, we have the answers. He is my brother at 7 o'clock by bus because it is cold. There's sweets. It's next to the school. Now, if you are looking at the first one, he is my brother. So it's a person. What WH we use to ask about people, about person? Who. So we try to find who here. Did we find it? Yes, it's number 5. Who is that tall man? He is my brother. So here you write A, the number of the answer. Okay, we go to the next question, the next answer, sorry. At 7 o'clock, time, we are asking about time. What do we use to ask about time? When. So where is when? It's over here. So this is the answer. When do you wake up? At 7 o'clock. C, by bus, way to do something or way to go somewhere. So the question would be, how? It's over here. How do you go to school? Number 1. Because it's cold. Because. In what WH question we answer it with because? Why? We answer why with because all of the time. So why is over here, number 2. Why are you wearing a hat? Because it's cold. There are sweets. I'm asking about things over here. So what WH question we use to ask about things? What? What are these? They're sweets. And the last one, where? It's next to the school. Where is the library? It's next to the school. Here we are asking about place. Now, down below, they want you to make question. This one we did it at school. So who is that big boy? He is my brother. Or what are these? They're cookies. So it's a thing you do with your friends in class. You can practice that at home, make questions and answer them. This is the end of lesson number 1 of unit 6. I will move to the second lesson, which is about yesterday. Yesterday. The title of this lesson is yesterday. So in this lesson, we learn the order first, then next. After that, if we still have more steps, we go again, then next, and after that, if we still need more steps. However, in this case, we only have 7 steps. So we started with first, then next, after that. If we are done, we would say finally. If we're not done, we will repeat these 3, then next, after that. Because we are not done, we don't need finally right now. So what did we do? We used then again, and we used next one more time. Okay? So this is how you do usually when you tell steps or procedure of doing something or instructions. So you start with first, then next, after that, finally. If you have more than 5 steps, you repeat the 3 steps in between the first and the final. Because first and finally, it's very clear that this is the first step and this is the last step. First, finally. In between, you can repeat them as much as you want. So what is this lesson about? It's about the days of the week. They're trying to tell you, how do you make a poster of days of the week? So first you draw a rectangle. This is a rectangle. You draw a rectangle. Draw 7 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lines. Then write days of the week on the top triangle. Okay, 1 second. I accidentally opened another app. Okay. So here we go. So then write days of the week in the top rectangle. Next, write Sunday in the second rectangle. After that, write all the other days of the week. Then make 2 arrows. This is an arrow. 1, 2, and a star, and a star. Next, write yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So here they didn't specify how to do it, but you write yesterday on the arrow going to the left, tomorrow the arrow going to the right, and today on the star. Why is that? Because yesterday refers to what happened or the day before that. Yesterday, it's clear. Today is now, and tomorrow is tomorrow. However, in English, we start from the left to the right. We start writing from the left to the right, okay? So this is the past. This would be the past, and this would be the future. That's why we use this arrow to write about tomorrow. And the star, of course, refers for today. Finally, put the arrows and the star next to the days of the week. So we put the star on the day that we are at. So let's say today is Monday. So the star is over here. Yesterday would be Sunday, and tomorrow would be Tuesday. So you need for this poster a paper, crayons, scissors, and a ruler. Moving downward, here we have 4 pictures. And down we do have 4 paragraphs. We need to match each picture to one of these paragraphs. Now, read the first paragraph. Her next lesson lessons were English and science. For lunch, she had a sandwich and juice. At 2 o'clock, it was time to go home. Number 2, after PE, it was break time. Muna played with her friends. They climbed up the ladder and went down the slide. 3, at home, Muna played with her friends and did her homework. She went to bed at 8 o'clock. 4, yesterday, Muna went to school on the bus. Her first lesson was math. Number 1, her next lessons were English and science. Now look at these 4 pictures. Can you see any classroom or people in classroom? No. The first one, you can see students in the bus. The second one in the playground. The third one, students are eating. And the fourth one, she's going to bed. It means we don't have any source of information in the first sentence. We go to the next one. For lunch, she had sandwich and juice. Now, lunch, we do have a picture where people having their lunch. Supposed to be this one. So we write number 1 in here. So in picture number 1, you can see this girl. We are talking about her. So her next lessons were English and science. For lunch, she had a sandwich and juice. At 2 o'clock, it was time to go home. Number 2, after PE, it was break time. Muna played with her friends. They climbed up the ladder and went down the slide. Any of these pictures refers to pupils playing in the playground, climbing up the ladder and going down the slide? Yes, it's this one over here. So this would be the second picture. The third one, at home, Muna played with her friends and did her homework. She went to bed at 8 o'clock. Definitely it's this one. And also you can see here, it's 8 o'clock. And the last one, yesterday, Muna went to school on the bus. Her first lesson was maths. So this is number 4. Now, in class, what did we do in class? In class, we extracted the past tense verbs. So where, had, was, had the same thing, played, climbed up the ladder, went down the slide, played again, did, went, and here her first lesson was. So all of these are verbs, but in the past tense, madi. Okay. So if you look at the last part of this lesson over here, read and write the verbs. They give you an example at the top. So in this example, they said, I go to school. I go to school. Where is the verb? The verb is go. I go. What about school? Is school a verb? No, it's not a verb because it's a name of a place. So it's a noun. School is a noun. Okay. I, is it a verb or a noun? Well, it's considered as a noun. However, it's not a verb. Definitely not a verb. So types of nouns, you will learn them next year, inshallah. But for this year, I only want you to know where is the verb. Where is the verb and what is the past tense of this verb? So I go to school. We say the verb is go. Now, if we talk about yesterday, it would be yesterday I went to school. Where is the verb? Went. I went to school. Now, went is the past of go. Go is the present and went is the past. Okay? Now, to know if we are talking about the past tense or the present tense, ماضي أو مضارع, we usually try to find the key. So we have a key for the past tense. Usually they start with yesterday, last week, last year, long time ago. So we always have that. Whenever you have this key, you know that we are talking about the past. Something that is over, done in the past, whether it's yesterday, last class, in the morning, or last week, last year, whatever. So here they said, yesterday I went to school. We said the verb is went, and went is the past tense of go. Next, my first lesson is math. My first lesson is math. So where is the verb? Where is the verb? My first, first is ordinal number. So it's not a verb. Lesson, is lesson a verb? No, listen, it's not a verb. It's not a thing you can do. Now keep in your mind that verb, it's something you can do. Okay. So lesson is not a thing you can do. First, it's an ordinal number. And my, of course, it's not a verb. What about maths, a subject, name of subject, maths, Arabic, English, math? Are there verbs? No. So the verb is. So here you write is. This is the verb. What does it mean is in Arabic? Is means يكون. Verb to be فعل الكينونة. So my first lesson is math. يكون رياضيات. Is يكون, okay? However, in Arabic, when we translate the sentence, we don't use it. That's why a lot of people, they don't know what is the exact meaning of verb to be. So the exact meaning of verb to be فعل الكينونة. فعل يكون. So I am أنا أكون. He is هو يكون. She is هي تكون. My first lesson is math. الدرس الأول يكون رياضيات. الدرس الأول يكون رياضيات. But because in Arabic we don't say it, we don't use it, we don't need verb to be. That's why sometimes people do not recognize the meaning of verb to be. Now, how do you say that in the past? Yesterday. Now, this is the key. Yesterday. Now we know we are talking about the past. My first lesson was maths. So was is the past tense of is. Second sentence, I play with my friends. I play with my friends. Where is the verb? Take a moment and think. Play. I play with my friends. Play is the verb. Yesterday, this is the key. Yesterday, I played. I played with my friends. Now, over here, I do my homework. I do my homework. We use the key again. Yesterday, I did my homework. So the present is do, and the past is did. Now we'll be done explaining the first and second lesson of Unit 6.